subscribe, and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.
No, where the Bible say about that? When a man rape a woman.
The Bible says that a judgment, yeah.
No, what kind of no?
People.
No, wait there. When a two man lie down, you say the earth shake.
Yeah.
So what happened when a man when a man rape a woman? What happened to the earth that time you know?
Yeah. The judgment come through the process of the society.
But that is about two man too. It's when two man lay down, they must go get stoned to death. They must put to death. Where the Bible said that. When two man lay down together, they must put to death. Yeah, and when a man and a woman lay down, when a man rape a woman, he must put to death. So may I ask, which part of the Bible you say earthquake? Which part of the Bible you say two man lay down a earthquake?
You know, say Muta, we are working with technology. So when this conversation are done, I can look it up on the iPhone, Just type in exactly what man say.
All right. You see it on your phone a while ago. When the thing did come, a while ago, you see it on the phone? You didn't go look on the phone? No, what you just said to me if you go look for. You didn't look for it a while ago on the phone?
Yeah.
You look for
it? I up on the line, so I don't wait.
Them not up on the line too? All right, but you see, but you're the problem with it now. You're the problem. And next commercial will come now. Some more commercial will come. So it's either you go hang up and call back or what. But you have to go stand up there and wait again. You have to wait?
But I have to go and hold the line,
All right, go and hold the line. Make the L.
Motor.
Yes, sir. Blessed man.
Yeah, cut your edge. Don't stop drive the wedge.
There, man.
Yes, man. Go and drive the wedge, motor. I tell you, brother, they want a program for himself, man.
May I tell you, man?
Yeah. Because if that was right, the earth wouldn't stop shake, brother. Every time.
But that may I tell you now, if that did not go on, the earth wouldn't stop shake.
No, the earth wouldn't stop shake, brother. Trust me. Yeah,
me read it in a Leviticus say, if a man lie with the next man, him should be put to death.
Yes, sir.
That's how me read. Me not read say if a man lie with the next man, the earth will shake. Me not read not like that in the Bible.
Nothing. I know the consequences won't come in about that kind of it.
The consequence is that the law in a Leviticus say you must put them to death. Means say you put them in a one hole and stone them till them dead. And that's the way it say in the Bible. In the Torah. In a Leviticus. That's the way it say.
Yeah, I'll quickly say, I didn't see the Bible says, thou shalt not kill, not true?
Yeah, but the Bible, it also say, if a young child, if a son disobey his parents, him should be put to death.
Yes, and I didn't see the Bible, I say, thou shalt not kill, so we are trying to figure out there something.
Now, we see thou shalt not kill come later on in the part of them called New Testament, Because God is the biggest killer. Genocide, on top of genocide. Him wipe out the whole world according to them.
Yeah, the one who then claims to be God, and as you said that now, I don't want to pick your brains chilling about. We just have to say, who is your God?
I do have no God,
Oh, well, we just have to quickly say.
No, pick my brain. Where you pick my brain from? I don't foul.
No, listen to me.
Me not have no God, Bridget.
We just have to quickly say that you see sometimes them shadow the king in a motor because you ever hear them say, let your conscience be your guide. You ever hear that yet?
Hello?
Yeah, now I say, if you ever
let
hear
your
the
conscience be your guide.
Say, let your conscience be your guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, them kind of shadow the king sometimes. And I think, say, them to make your conscience be your God, it would have more resonate, make your conscience be your God because...
but them now go say that because them look for something outside of them.
Yes, but the thing there in them, there, no, man.
That may I say, if them say that, it's a different thing from what them I tell you, so them now go tell you that because them not believe that.
No, they must shadow it, man. They must show you next thing where they want you to believe and live up to. You see me? So, you can't hide from man, but anything you do, you can't hide from your conscience, brother.
Yeah.
So, that I will live with you anyway you're there.
Anyway. I agree with you.
Good, sir. So, that is the daughter, the first, we call her there, man. She has said something, because me I go back to this thing again where them I tell you, say, the only thing
where you got up on the earthquake thing? Or the earthquake you got up on?
Almost.
Alright, go on, let me hear you.
Yeah. Where the people them right and give up, you believe, you know, say, the only thing man and you able to do is blow up breath. So, really and truly, what she has said, you know, the right, some things there, you know, where it kind of pick your brain and you can't stop wonder and think, because if them tell us that the only thing a man can do, a blow up breath.
Yeah, but that's what them are say.
Yes, but I'm not sure you see them are trying to twist and turn, you know. So when she just said now, say, boy, she believes she a man at this thing, she not to, you know, based upon what they tell her, you know. Based upon what they write and give people, you know.
Okay.
You follow me?
No, me not go follow you, know, because I'm going to book me too.
No, man, me know, well, as a barefoot, you walk.
And that me I say, I'm going to go book me too.
Me never know the people still have book for a long time, me don't see that, you know.
Me have to watch when me walk.
Yes, that is true. So, me know,
right.
You can walk beside me then, don't follow me. If me and you can chat together.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You don't know?
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
The doctor the last week, man, called you last week to mention about the doctor that we have on the program.
Which doctor?
From South Africa.
Oh, Asante, what's your name? Asante.
Yeah, man, where she had a whole heap of work over the place just so from state to
a long time she over there, you know?
Yeah, man, now that me I say me I listen now, man, me I tell you, so, man, me digest her presentation, me just digest her, she sound pure like the stream, me I tell them water. Trust me.
We tell her to say so.
Yes, man, tell her to Uncle Chubby if you tell her that, man.
Uncle Chubby?
Uncle Chubby, man.
Alright, sir. You fat?
Me fat, I'm small, you know, man.
That's why they call you Chubby.
Yeah.
Jamaica people know we have to name them to how them looking.
The bat from, you know, them tell me that, and I say, where them cut me here for, man? You know? But me just come forward now, and me say, well, then, as men I said to you one night time, they say, boy, when I look on the thing, you know, I say, well, here is really, here I grow up on people as style. You see me?
Where grow up on people as?
Well, I mean, anyway, are you active, you know? Any member of your body really active, you know?
Right.
You know, to say, here, come up there, man. Even your eye, now show you about all the eyelash, them not did it as style in a motor, them did it to shade your eye and shadow your eye from dust.
So, for the people them have ear on them chest?
On them chest? Yeah. It's a form of strength, man. I don't know if people have more, what you call it. Some people have more, immune system, more than some.
So the people them who have more ear on them chest and them foot, them more strong?
Yeah, well, I mean, them come from races, not different races still, you know, because you would simply put, you know, you would like to know so many people who don't know it's still, you know, man, but many people who you see carry them lax, you know, them wouldn't like to know, so simply put, them have come from a race where might be a come from a Solomon race, you know, motor, but, you know, people don't really study them thing there, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
but,
right,
you know,
sir.
and one more little thing before we move. You know, so we have one little, man, we call himself, Minister of, Justice.
Minister of Justice?
Minister of Justice, me I call him. Justice.
Okay.
You see
Point to him.
Them man, you
Chuck
know,
him name Chuck.
Yes. You know, you said something one night, you know, and I say every time you remember that time I share it down the bridge, and every time I say them youth are brain, no wire good, you know, and I say them youth are really want to rewire in a motor. But this man has look like him.
They were AI.
Yeah, this man look like him brain want to rewire someone.
Yeah, my brain want to rewire out too.
Well, your brain kind of...
Every night we done the program, I have to go inside and go rewire my brains.
The thing say your brain are clicking on motor car and the information the way you put on. I mean, you don't hear them the information nowhere else, you know. Believe you me.
So where's about Chuck a while ago? Where's about Chuck?
Yeah. You know, me hear man I talk about the little pickings minimum wage where them are pay people, them are praise it and I say how them give thanks how them can get a little thing for work for a little crumbs. A crumbs, we call that, you know, more time. You know, so a week after that, I did see man, we hear about the hotel people and so they have to pay the hotel people more money.
Who you talking about? Mr. Chuck?
Yes.
The Minister of Defense?
the Minister of Justice.
I mean, sorry, Justice, Minister of Justice.
Yes.
Or the Prime Minister, Minister of Defense. Yeah, the Minister of Justice.
Justice, we are calling.
Yeah, sure.
We not swear no justice at Sir Brother. I me tell you one thing before me move here now. You know what say? I call about some goat there one time, you know, and I hold it, I goat them load. They say the boy them dry up the little area with the goat, you know, so them catch one of the boy, and the boy go put in a motor, and a 9 months born over, then give the boy, you know, and I first then catch one man, you know. 9 months born over, then give the boy.
I hear them catch a man, a slaughter, a cow, a man cow. And they left the cow in the road there for the man have to go take it up and burn it and all them. Yeah, they're terrible thing.
Terrible thing, man.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to move though. But I'll give somebody else a call.
Yeah, one little thing them out. Not you hear one news the other day to them issue arrest for this come in Israel. I don't know how much people hear it.
Which man?
One body. See them supposed to arrest him before either this a month and sometimes.
Which man?
The president
the president of Israel?
Israel. We don't know how much people here, you know.
No, wait them say that. No, wait there. Them, the people them I say he should be tried in the court. The world court for genocide and for what him do in a war because what him do, him break all laws and regulations. Where the world say you must go by as a war, as a fighter. No, him gone beyond that and him say them should call him up to the world court. Just like how them a call, so them should have called Putin in the world court. So I just that. But we know say it's only black people them call in other court there.
Definitely.
Them not call them people then you hardly hear the black white man going in other court. Up here black man who did that do in Africa, So we're going to see what happens because the whole world recognize the atrocity where bring down. Anyway, we have to move now, though. Definitely. No more.
Black man are demons, you know, according to them.
All right, yes, all right, we're gone. Give somebody else a call.
I don't know what the feel, but it's rough. You understand? Give up yourself, Mutabaruka.
All right, give thanks, brethren.
Yes, respect.
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on RFM where they are with you.
Monkey said to the tiger, the grass is green. The discussion heated up, and the two decided to went before the lion, the king of the jungle. The donkey began to shout, "Your Highness, is it true that the grass is blue?" The lion replied, "True, the grass is blue." The donkey continued, "The tiger disagrees with me and contradicts and annoys me. Please punish him." The king then declared, "The tiger will be punished with 5 years of silence." The donkey jumped cheerfully and went on his way. The tiger accepted his punishment, but before he asked the lion, "Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green." The lion replied, "In fact, the grass is green." The tiger asked, "So why are you punishing me?" The lion replied, "That has nothing to do with the question of whether the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is not possible for a brave and intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing with a donkey, and on top of that come and bother me with that question. The worst waste of time is arguing with the fool and fanatic who does not care about truth or reality, but only the victory of his beliefs and illusions. There are people who, no matter how much evidence we present to them, are not in the capacity to understand, and others are blinded by ego, hatred, and resentment, and all they want is to be right even if they are not."
Listen, you know, we not just play them things just because we feel to do anything, you know. We play it because of. Anyway, since we're upon Alex here, you know, say, Alex here is still on Negrilla right. I will leave for that movie there, you know, with the book Roots. We're turning a movie, Alex Haley. The brethren have said them thief the name Hollywood from Nigeria. Again, him come to Nigeria again. Anyway, somebody asked me to play about this thing either, and if neither make me not play it back, you know, but I'm going to play it back. It's about the tiger and the monkey. All right, we're going to play it. Sorry, the monkey, the donkey. Here we go.
Monkey said to the tiger, "The grass is blue." The tiger replied, "No, the grass is green." The discussion heated up, and the two decided to went before the lion, the king of the jungle. The donkey began to shout, "Your Highness, is it true that the grass is blue?" The lion replied, "True, the grass is blue." The donkey continued, "The tiger disagrees with me and contradicts and annoys me. Please punish him." The king then declared, "The tiger will be punished with 5 years of silence." The donkey jumped cheerfully and went on his way. The tiger accepted his punishment, but before he asked the lion, Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green. The lion replied, in fact, the grass is green. The tiger asked, so why are you punishing me? The lion replied, that has nothing to do with the question of whether the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is not possible for a brave and intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing with a donkey, and on top of that come and bother me with that question. The worst waste of time is arguing with the fool and fanatic who does not care about truth or reality, but only the victory of his beliefs and illusions. There are people who, no matter how much evidence we present to them, are not in the capacity to understand, and others are blinded by ego, hatred, and resentment, and all they want is to be right even if they are not.
So that is my message for the night. That is my message for the night, you understand? We give thanks, you know, we give thanks.
Look more drums.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.
This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So, subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.
Especially that war we are going in Palestine. You know, the whole world, and when I say the whole world, I mean the whole world is rising up against the Zionists them, or the Israeli them, whatever you want to call them, the same people them. The whole world is rising up against them, saying they have committed genocide against human beings. They have committed one of the worst war crimes in history. Yes, that is what the people them are saying. That is why you see all over the world people are march for. That one of the worst crimes a country has placed on a group of people is now committing itself in the land that them call Palestine. What a terrible thing. We're going to play a clip. Well, we're going to play it after the next set of advertisement them. And there's a brother named Malima from South Africa. You know that South Africa discharged the diplomat, the Israeli diplomat. Yes, a whole heap of country is doing that. Yes, a whole heap of country is doing that. But we're going to play a talk when we very powerful talk too. We also played it last week, but we never get to play it. I hope we get the opportunity to play it tonight. I'm going to play it tonight, believe it or not, yes. But before that, before the anthem come up again, we're going to insight into this thing we are going in Palestine, yeah. But we really have this thing have to play for a little while now. We never get to play it. But we say we have enough time to play it, you know. Most of you could have heard about Malima, Julius Malima from South Africa. Well, it's a man where him no mincing words. Even when come on to the land in South Africa there, and to play it, you know. Most of you could have heard about Malima, Julius Malima from South Africa. Well, it's a man where him no mincing words. Even when come on to the land in South Africa there, him no mincing words. Well, we want to play this with him now, mincing words when it come on to this Palestinian, what you call Hamas, Israeli, Zionist war. Why you listen to him, you know? Listen to him.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Let us watch Julius Malema's speech about the Israeli-Palestine conflict, which has sent shockwaves to everyone. Please do not forget to leave your comments below, as we are eager to have a conversation with you all below.
We must make sure that those who support Palestine, especially our brothers and sisters who believe that Palestine is under attack, this nonsense of Israel can only be stopped if South Africa takes a position and say, leave, the whole African continent will join, the whole progressive international world will join and say Palestine embassies must leave. We are here to do a simple task, to tell Israel and the world to know that we are on the side of Palestine. We are not neutral, because neutrality during the difficult times is equal to selling out. Palestinians will remember the silence of those who kept quiet during difficult times. We are here today in Pretoria, the heart of apartheid. The reason why we are able to come and march here today and do it freely, without soldiers carrying guns, without police carrying guns, without us being intimidated, is because the people of the world stood with us during difficult times. It was the people of Nigeria who took their money from their salaries and donated to liberation movement for us to get our freedom. It was the anti-apartheid movement in America, in UK, in many other parts of the world, where the world stood in solidarity with us and said, we will not sit down. In many other parts of the world, where the world stood in solidarity with us and said, we will not sit down and watch the Afrikaner apartheid regime killing our people in South Africa. That's why we have our freedom today. We are here to extend the same favor to the children of Palestine. The war in Palestine is not a holy war, it's an evil war. Because even here, the apartheid Afrikaner regime used to say they are the chosen ones, used to say they are children of God and we are animals. So when the Minister of Defense of Israel calls Palestinians animals, we know what he means, because we were called animals ourselves here in South Africa by those who were claiming they were sent by God. There is no holy war there. There is an evil war. And we must always stand against the evil. Comrades, what type of government do we have in Israel that goes and bomb a hospital where people have run away for refugee, where people are sick, where children are there, where pregnant women are there? You bomb a hospital and you say you are looking for Hamas, but you are killing innocent children. There is nothing wrong Hamas did. This folk tongues and people speaking in parables and we don't know what they are hearing, what they are saying, it's wrong. When you are oppressed, the only option you have is to fight. And that's what Hamas is doing. They are fighting for their freedom. Mandela did the same thing, took up the guns and fought for the freedom of the people of South Africa. When you are oppressed, you only have one option. Confront the enemy and shoot to kill. Do not kiss the enemy. Why do you want to kiss the enemy? People came, took the land of the Palestinians. Every year they extend their occupation. When you look at the map of Palestine, there is nothing left of land in Palestine. The people of Palestine have got nothing to lose but their chains. They must stand up and fight for their freedom, and condemning Hamas is an act of cowardice. I heard some fools saying we can't compare Hamas with Mandela and them. They are the same. This president of Areta carried guns. He was shooting to kill, to liberate you. He He was doing exactly what Hamas is doing. O.R. Tambo did the same thing. Chris Hani did the same thing. Winnie Mandela did the same thing. Steve Biko did the same thing. There is nothing wrong Hamas is doing. But where did this ANC and MK get money to have guns, to have ammunition, to have food? The international progressive world gave them guns, gave them food, gave them their camps, Cuba gave them doctors. They were called terrorists, like Hamas is called terrorists. But people did not see terrorists in them, they saw liberators. The EFF, when it takes over next year, is going to arm Hamas and make sure Hamas has got the necessary equipment to fight for their freedom. Netanyahu is the #1 terrorist, and he must be declared everywhere he goes. He must never know peace because he's the #1 world terrorist, apartheid Israel. And when we say we don't want apartheid Israel, it must never be confused with the fact that we are saying we don't want the Jews. It's not true. There are a lot of white people in South Africa when we're fighting a white apartheid regime. One of them is here. He joined the struggle against white apartheid in South Africa. Yet he was white because he never saw that struggle as a struggle against white people. He saw it as a struggle to liberate the oppressed masses of our people. So where are the progressive Jews to stand up and say we do not associate ourselves with Netanyahu? No one must go around saying we are fighting with Jews, not in our name. We are not fighting with Jews, we are fighting with an apartheid Israel, and it shall fall. It's just a matter of time before the illegitimate government of Israel falls. Comrades, we are not only going to arm Hamas, we are going to remove this embassy. Because we can't stay with murderers in the same area, breathe the same air with people who kill innocent people. Don't listen to those who were here on Friday coming for PR. They've got the power to remove this nonsense behind this truck. They are not removing it. Why? They are getting money from the Israeli government. That's why they are scared of the Israeli government. Cyril Ramaphosa was made a president with the money donated to him by the Jewish people who are behind this Israeli embassy and the Israeli government. Those who gave Cyril money are the Jewish people who are not progressive, are Jewish people who want to perpetuate the apartheid Israel and the oppression of Palestine. That's why Cyril can't say anything. He went to the ANC, NEC, wear a scarf. Yes, yes. Those Jewish people were like, well, now, you wear a scarf with Palestinian scarf with our money. He had to issue a statement to explain himself. There is nothing to explain, even ourselves when we live here. We are not explaining anything to anyone. We make no apology for being here. Comrades, call to action. McDonald's is giving the soldiers of Israel food in Israel. We want McDonald's South Africa to distance itself from what is happening in Israel. They've got until the end of this month to issue a statement distancing themselves from what McDonald's is doing in Israel, giving murderers food to murder women and children. Comrades, Woolworths has got a responsibility by end of this month to remove every product on their shelves that comes from Israel. If they don't remove products from Israel, we'll go and remove them ourselves. We don't want any product of Israel sold here in South Africa. We don't want the food that comes from the people who have blood of innocent people on their hands. We are warning all those who are in business with Israel. We are coming for you because you are the ones who make that government to be what it is. If we engage in an international boycott of all products that come from Israel, Israel will hear that now we have to respect the rights of Palestinians. Comrades, we must never get tired. We will come here as and when we feel like all the time. President of Pudemo, these marches are very impactful. This is what liberated us, and this is what is going to liberate Palestine. We will always come here to remind these people that we don't want what's happening in Palestine. Comrades, the role of embassy is to collect intelligence for their countries. So all embassies of Israel in the world, when they file every day, there was a protest at the embassy. There was a protest at the embassy. One day, that government will listen because they will know that the world doesn't agree with what they are doing. Comrades, we must make sure that those who support Palestine, especially our brothers and sisters who believe that Palestine is under attack, this nonsense of Israel can only be stopped if South Africa takes a position and say, leave. The whole African continent will join, the whole progressive international world will join and say Palestine embassies must leave. So today, we have no memorandum. To give who memorandum? Because these people are not a government. These are thugs. These are terrorists here. And we can't legitimize the terrorists. We must never give them the respect that we give to the deputy ambassador of Palestine. These people here have got no respect for humanity and for life. Therefore, we must never find ourselves in any cooperation, none whatsoever, with the Israeli embassy. We are happy that the African Union refused to give Israel an observer status in the African Union. We don't want only that. We want a resolution of the African Union that says the embassies of Israel in the whole of Africa must go until the people of Palestine find their peace. So fighters, by coming here, it's an act of sacrifice. You understand the pain of the children of Palestine. You are saying to the children of Palestine, your pain is our pain. You are saying to the children of Palestine, we will never enjoy our freedom as long as you don't enjoy freedom in Palestine. We are not free here as long as Palestine is not free. So comrades, you did not come because you are bored. You came because you understand the mission. That the mission is a total liberation of the oppressed all over the world. And that mission must continue. We thank the leadership of Gauteng. We thank all progressive forces that organized this gathering today. It's not the last one. As long as our children are being killed in Palestine, this place will become our permanent residence, because we must never allow them to forget, not even for a second, that they are murderers.
That lend voice to what is now taking place in Palestine. Can you believe that? We don't hear no other leader, no more leader, but one leader get up and talk about what is happening in Palestine. So listen out for that. And I tell you, serious thing, don't it? Blessing can't be too much, you understand? So you're out now. You know, this is serious. During the apartheid era, when everyone was rallying, same rally, you know, you see, I go around the world now, for stop the apartheid in Southern Africa. Even though Jamaica never have no serious trading links with South Africa, or any, as a matter of fact, any relationship apart from we say South Africa, Africa. But Jamaica was one of the first countries them to come out against just cutting off links with Southern Africa until the apartheid system crumbled. Jamaica, little Jamaica. We see where the South African government, the Peter Tosh recognition for music them that stand against apartheid. And I must even mention my first link with Willie Mandela. When Willie Mandela shared a story with me about even the contribution where the poetry make, that you could have ever go for a CD, Outcry CD, and bring it for me sign it. So Jamaica was really up there. When Bob Marley go to Zimbabwe and say, Zimbabwe, not the dreaded in Zimbabwe, it was an echo around the world. It was an echo around the world. So, what has happened to Jamaica in all of this stand up for equal rights and justice? Not only in Jamaica, but across the world. Because we see the UN have a vote. A vote. And we are told by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, what's your name? Kamala, what's your name? Say, Jamaica was part of the designing of the draft that the other countries signed. Yet still, Jamaica was not at the meeting when this paper was being signed by the other countries. What kind of madness? And up to now we don't get a good argument. Why is it that Jamaica was not there to sign the paper? Why? When so much countries sign it, who want to abstain, but them never even go abstain. Them never even in the room and abstain. Somebody must have diarrhea and have run got the title and couldn't come out back. No. We're going to play this clip here. Not from Jamaica. Because Jamaica lose it. I don't even know if you call it now. Lose its standing when it come on to stand up and fight for your rights internationally. We're going to play this.
In Israel, in acts that were utter terror. But what has happened since then is dwarfing that in terms of the scale of the... I don't even think the horror and terror is sufficient to describe it.
We have to stop it. By now you must hear who that is, Mayor Matley, the Prime Minister of Barbados. Who can remember the days when Barbados was seen as the most colonized British empire? I'm not going to call it empire, in the Caribbean. Who can remember when every time people talk about Barbados, them say a little England? When you're going at the airport, the biggest picture as you see at the airport was Queen Elizabeth picture. Now this woman, I don't care when nobody wants to say she this and she that and she that. She, right now, as a leader in the Caribbean, get up and lend her voice to what is going on in Palestine. Yes, she. This is what Jamaica used today. But because the Prime Minister of Jamaica is in bed with the Israeli them, I'm got here already. Yes, I make certain deals. We are only for the deals them we make, we don't know about it. Who would have known that Jamaica would be tight-lipped about that atrocity that is going on in Palestine. So we're going to play again.
It's my sport. What is going on in Gaza is a travesty. And it offends every human sensibility. We were offended for sure on October 7th when persons were killed in Israel in acts that were utter terror. But what has happened since then is dwarfing that in terms of the scale of the... I don't even think the horror and terror is sufficient to describe it. Because separate from the bombs, the notion that people will not have access to water, or people do not have access to fuel, or that babies have to lie on beds cuddled next to one another in the pictures that we've seen in order to keep some level of warmth. These things are not good. It is perhaps the first televised genocide, and hence the world is responding across. I think in our own country this weekend we have...
You know what you say? The first televised genocide. This is what me and Matthew say. That what is going on in Palestine now is the first televised genocide. Oh gosh, man. Where Jamaica then all of this?
Again, we have a march, and it is right and fitting that people on all sides should be able to express their opinion. But it is equally right that civilized nations must be able to hold people to activities that fall outside of the pale. There's an international criminal court that exists today because a former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago made a case that was born out of Caribbean values, that there are certain things that we should not allow any country, any state to engage in. If you want to fight, fight. But don't have young children, old people, and civilians become victims of a battle in a way that simply finding a humanitarian ceasefire could have removed from them the threat of loss of life. Simply finding the mechanism to be able to pause, because I said 3 weeks ago, and I mean it, peace will come. There will be peace. The longest war, Ralph, you are the professor, the longest war in history was what, the 100 Years' War? And that came to an end. That came to an end. And therefore the question we must ask ourselves is how much more, as John King would say, how many more must pay the ultimate price before peace is secured? I say this because even though we are thousands of miles away, our sensibilities are very much in it day in and day out as we watch the news and as we watch social media. And I ask our people to pray for both sides and to pray that they will find in them the courage to build the peace that the world needs. And this is not to say that their battle has any more value than what is going on in Darfur, in Sudan, in other parts of the world. But this one, regrettably, has been constant in people's living rooms and bedrooms and dining rooms because it is being televised. And I pray, therefore, that all countries of the world will urge that we secure peace before what we do is resurrect centuries-old enmity that will last yet again for decades, rather than seeking to be able to build a peace.
That's Mayor Mackley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, giving our 2 cents on what is taking place in Palestine. Who remember the other day when the Ukraine war and Russian war started, when our TV was flapped with Ukrainian people being bombed, children walking on the street, old people was on the street, and we are told that it's the worst. Them should try Putin in the International Court of Justice because of the atrocities that him bring down on the people of Ukraine. The same country now, the same country that was saying these things, is backing the same thing that them was fighting against in Ukraine. Them now backing the country that is heaping havoc on the people of Palestine. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Sessions of additions or ads, yes. Where I come like Dexter Dap A reasonable program. Why you up this kind of next time a reasonable program, man? May I tell you? Congo. Where we had the ear at the interview on the stepping rails, and then we play it, people go and play it again. We're not the interview, but about the Congo. Because we think that people should know of these things. Yes. Meanwhile, them have your focus one way in our yard. Worse and terrible things. SOS. Yes, a serious thing. SOS. Calling upon SOS. Save our sons. Save our soul. Okay, listen.
Give me a few minutes, guys. Let me blow your mind. Let me begin by saying I stand with Palestine in this Israel-Palestine thing. But there's something going on they don't want us to see. Just before this Israel-Palestine thing, there was this Russia-Ukraine thing that almost like magic, the entire world was focused on this Russia-Ukraine thing like that. And almost like someone flipped a switch, the entire world is just focused on this Israel-Palestine thing. People who didn't even know about Palestine, people who are unfamiliar, everyone is just focused on it. And while I stand for justice, and right now, while I stand for Palestine's brothers and sisters, please. And let me pitch this now to the church. My people, right? Yeah, my people. If prayer works, guys, stop this thing. Ask God to stop it. I mean, does he know what is going on in the Congo? Is God aware of it? Is God in control of everything in this world? I'm not trying to take a jab at the church, but guys, we need to be serious, like really serious, because our brothers and our sisters are being slaughtered in the largest genocide ever in the history of the world, and we don't know nothing about it.
Okay, so I hear that. And last week we did present a brethren. I don't remember the organization name, but it's very important that we understand. So meanwhile, we're looking for Ukraine. Meanwhile, we're looking for Palestine. There's something that is happening in Africa that the Western media is not covering because the Western media is responsible for the madness. Yes, here the man mentioned England, France, and America. They are the ones that is creating the madness in the Congo. And you might have heard me play this before. I will go and play it again. Okay, all right. Make take the call first. Yes, Ian.
Good night, Muta.
Good night.
How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. The earthquakes that are happening in Jamaica, you think they are natural?
Yeah, I mean, when it's natural, of course, it's not natural for them now. It happens all over the world.
Really?
You never hear the one? You feel the one today?
There's one today again?
Today or last night?
Yesterday at 1:27 p.m.
Yeah, so what you think?
I think more of them are technologically designed.
So you mean say all the one them will kill the 40,000 people in a way name they are technical?
Yeah.
We can go on since Earth happened. So why you feel say no? Why you feel no is a design? Because it licked Jamaica?
No, not necessarily.
So why you think it's a design? An earthquake can go on from ever since Earth make, Yeah,
I don't know what's happening, but there's...
What's happening is because the Earth is responding to natural effects. It's not working according to its nature. I don't think that man create the earthquake. Man create earthquake to do what? To destroy himself?
Yeah.
Oh, man want to destroy themselves?
Yeah. And destroy others.
No, what do you mean others? If man will destroy the earth, he might get destroyed too. Man not going to night, which others? Others not going to night. When the rain fall, it don't go fall for one man who stop,
Mm-hmm.
The problem with it is that a poor people get blowy sometimes because them house not steady enough. But I not think say it have nothing to do with no human thing unless human create problems on the planet just like how them create what you call it now environmental disturbance, chemical germs and chemical warfare. But I don't think they might do it deliberately. I don't think no human being want the earth destroy.
Really?
You think that you have human being who want to destroy the earth?
Of course.
And what am I going to do? When it destroy, how am I going to live?
Probably him not have no purpose. So him just want to destroy the earth.
Just blow up the whole earth.
Yeah.
Uncle God, me could have think I could do that. So maybe God now.
Who is God, Muta? Who you think God is in the Bible? Who you think God is?
No, me not think about God, you know. Me just tell you, say, in the Bible, it tells you God flood out the earth and kill all the people. So maybe the people them who you are think about, I work for God to destroy the earth. That's man dead off, but we don't know that I work out. We don't know that.
Probably we don't have a clear definition of who God is, you know, because that is where probably the world is failing, or why the world is failing, because we don't have a clear definition of who God really is.
So to you, who God really is?
Well, God is an idolic name in a Muta.
Is that what?
Idolic name. It's an idolic name.
No, tell me what idolic is. I don't understand the word idolic. When you say idolic, what you mean? Because I don't understand that word. Use another word, because I don't understand it.
It's mostly, it's like an art. A-R-T. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is an art form.
Art form. We have a creator, but I don't have a God.
You have a creator, but you don't have a God.
No, I don't have a God.
So what the creator do to you? Where it do? Where it do?
Where it?
You don't know most it is what? Is a her or a him?
I don't know.
Then if we say it, why you about out it? It is a it. Where it do? Tell me where the creator where the creator your creator do?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. All right, Mama.
But there is something suspicious about how these things are written, you know?
You talk about what written, or you talk about what happened?
What happened and written.
So what now? So a two little shake Jamaica getting at the past month, and everybody up in arm know about Creator and God, and you know, man I do this and man I do that. Like say never.
Man I do it, man.
They
You know, hear Bob Marley say them creative, them make earthquake. Them make earthquake.
Which Bob Marley song said that?
Bob Marley said it in an interview.
So a man make earthquake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, them make it.
Why am I going to listen back to Bob Marley interview them?
Yeah, man, he said them make earthquake.
And them make flood hurricane too?
Well.
Huh?
Them can't do anything, you know.
No, but me ask if you say Bob Marley make earthquake, and them make them. Who is them, by the way? Who is them? All right, you want to go to sleep? All right. We don't pressure you no more. All right.
All right.
Yeah, man. Keep talk. Yeah. Serious link with the Congo, you know. Yeah, but people don't know that, you know. Jamaica have a serious link with the Congo. Them call it the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And right now, there is a war that is taking place supported by America, France, and which one again? England. America, France, and England involved in that war as usual. Them involved in Haiti too. And them three countries, they always involved in things. Well, this is a man attack, a preacher.
Congo crisis, in a nutshell. Since 1996, over 6 million people have died in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, so that we, in the Western world, can benefit from its resources. Congo is extremely rich in gold, diamonds, copper, cobalt, tin, uranium, coltan, and many other precious minerals. Congo has 64% of the Earth's coltan, a precious mineral that is needed for our modern electronics like iPhones, iPads, computers, laptops, PlayStations, Xboxes, Nintendos, jet engines, inkjet printers, and the list goes on and on. In 1946, the Strategic Minerals Stockpiling Act was passed to obtain and stockpile cobalt. With the largest reserves of cobalt on the planet, Congo was targeted. Cobalt is a strategic and critical mineral that is essential for our aerospace, military, and defense industries. As the United States and the United Kingdom provide financial aid and military aid to countries such as Rwanda and Uganda, these neighboring countries plunder Congo's natural resources as the death toll rises. In 4 studies, the United Nations implicated multinational companies in sourcing coltan from Congo, stating that these companies serve as the engine of the conflict in the DRC. As the world benefits from Congo's riches, Congolese men, women, and children continue to be raped, tortured, starved, displaced, and killed. In 2010, a leaked United Nations report cited crimes of genocide may have been committed by the Rwandan troops. There is very little media coverage on what is actually happening in Congo. When Congo is covered by the media, it is often about rebel groups committing mass atrocities. What these reports do not cover are the funding, training, and the arming of these rebel groups by foreign governments. Nothing is ever mentioned about the Western-backed coups, wars, assassinations, or the involvement of foreign corporations in the looting of Congo. 48 women are raped every hour. Millions are displaced. Over 6 million dead. Half are children under the age of 5. What is happening in Congo is a silent holocaust. Congo crisis, in a nutshell.
Okay, so you hear that. Paul Kagame, same president will come to Jamaica, come big up where our Jamaican Prime Minister big up. Paul Kagame. He's fingered. Him and the Ugandan government is fingered in the atrocity that is taking place in the Congo. Yes? You hear the man talk about who armed them? Who armed them? Britain, America, and you hear the other one that talk about the French government. With these 2 governments, the Ugandan government and the Rwandan government, is creating havoc in the Congo. Something that most of us don't hear about. Most of us don't hear about it. So we have to really keep abreast. As you hear the man say, the Western media will not bring these to light to you because it is of no interest to America, England, and France to really bring your attention to these countries. We're going to take a break, 12 o'clock break, and come forward. So I say, I come forward, you know. I like how the artists, them come forward up front, you know, the real artists, them, will make the music what it is. Them come up forward, man. I tell you, I know some have to support them. Because, trust me, if I wasn't them, who I eat food now, who did I eat food? You understand? Who I go and wheel like them want to match it up. You know, you need to get some good reggae music on the radio. Make it become the normal thing on radio again. Yes, that me say. Earl 16.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.
This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.